I mean, I think we're back. And that's the good news. Like, okay, I get it. It's the last episode, but this is going to be 3 fucking parts. Okay, can I just say one thing right now? People really bitch about Bethesda games dropping and having glitches and bugs left and right. This is kind of bad. Not going to lie. Captain Zombie says, going back to the comic story, don't remind if you read later plot points on here, by the way. The odds of it really affecting much are unlikely, to be honest. Yeah, because, you know, look at these thousands and millions and dozens of people that are watching me right now as the frames and not the frames dropping, the stream is just dropping altogether. It's terrible. Son of a... Holy crap, that's a lot of text. Well, seeing that this is going to be at least a 3-parter for the final episode, and I get that, I was going to say, I get that it's the final episode, and yes, I've been pausing and reading and bullshitting and interacting a lot, and trying to prolong this final episode, because I don't know what's going to happen, and we still don't know where baby AJ is, and... But all this dropping, I'm going to have another shot. Fuck it. This game is going to turn my liver into a fucking brick. I'll have another shot. I did it last time. Actually, I'm not going to lie. Like, for the start of, what is the name of this episode? From the Gallows. I had a shot before I started streaming tonight. So this will be my 3rd shot, which ain't much, don't get me wrong. But I'm an old man, and, yeah, since I'm kind of on a vegan diet, like, there's not a whole lot of shit to sponge up my food. Or, you know, let me just drink. Shut up. A little bit of a mic bump there. If it goes down the wrong pipe, oh yeah. It's very sweet. I try to get people turned on to this stuff. I mean, there's, I almost want to call it a hint of bourbon. And see, I kind of like slow sip it. If you just throw down that shot, oh, didn't I miss a text from my brother like an hour ago? I know I did. I know I did. Wait, what? My brother met a former NBA player tonight? What? Apparently he is or was number 34 for the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't... He said number 34, and I don't know the NBA that well. Odd. Anyway, Captain Zombie had some more stuff. Oh yeah, no, MVT, you know how I close out. I usually babble when the episode is over. I'll at least give some bit of a farewell. Did I restart this, or is it the beginning of the stream again? No, this should be fresh. It's just, no, this time I didn't have to, like, restart my PS4. Sorry I missed all that, but, damn it. So this will be the 3rd part. You know what else? What other game I was playing was Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, which is part of the Black Flag DLC. That game shuts down. You get about 45 minutes into a stream, it shits out. Shits out. I want to finish that game. I really do, but it is making it difficult on me, just like this fucking episode is so much right now. What is my brother saying? Wow. A guy I've never heard of. Well, bless his heart. Greg Stemza played for the Wisconsin Badgers, so... Wow. That'll work. Local celebrity, that's cool. Especially for where my brother is right now. For him to do it, yeah, he met somebody who played in the NBA. That's pretty fucking wild. Okay, so long as this loading thingy is going, I know something's good. When I know we're shit out of luck, it's when the entire screen is black, or if my face is just locked in like it was the first time. Now, what if I scoot over a little... No, I need to go further in this way to get a good view of the thing in the... Yes, now I can point over that shoulder and see more of it. Whoa, 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 noise.
Here,
noise.
Take over.
I'll try to take over if we don't shut down again.
Let's plug the breach with the damn truck.
Yeah. Do we shut down?
Here we go.
Hit that shit! Alright, we've advanced. I don't know why it does that. Odd. Oh, I need to read Captain Zombie's comic tale.
Fingers crossed.
Yet again. I mean, if there's walkers in front of us, just run them over. Fuck all that shit. Oh, wow, Captain Zombie's been writing a lot more. Oh boy, here we go. Let's get back into this. Being unable to defeat him on their own, they will have to fully combine their powers, creating a fused beast the size of a demon, of the demon, equal parts, white and black, from their two-color schemes. This is meant to symbolize... See, now this sounds like Voltron. This is meant to symbolize, and their gods will learn, that to truly bring justice, there needs to be a mix of forgiveness and retribution. So it's a good sense of balance. So after defeating the armies of hell, their fused beast will disappear and reveal that the two have fully fused into a single person. That's a mix of their personalities and ideals. The new form of them will then be able to use proper mix of both parts of justice, and will be free from the gods' control, both due to the gods realizing they needed mix of their methods, and because this new fusion, the mega powers, has a new soul separate from the ones controlled by the gods. You have a lot of depth here, Captain Zombie. You really do. Explains why they're fighting the armies of hell. That may have gone through the cracks, yes. Oh, wait, Oh, that might have been further up. No, I might have missed that. Let me check. In the final arc, another god who is the ruler of this universe, of the universe's underworld, will have claimed a servant of his own and trained him to lead his forces in an invasion of the world. Of course, betrayal. There's the Shakespearean part of it. Onto the world of the living. The servant's training will be shown throughout the comic as he actually meets and works with the angel and demon throughout it. During the major battle, he'll be using his powers to control a massive, like Godzilla-sized demon, where the angel and demon will work together to stop them. Okay, so that's probably that part. Yeah, I missed that earlier. That is in there, though. And, though the Brettster's back in and he calls me a bald whore, motherfucker, I shaved my head. I'm not bald. It's a little different. Anyway, it might be worth copy-pasting all these paragraphs down into a Word doc or two. I think I'm getting the gist of it. Just that one I did miss. That one I did miss. But, no, you have a good story structure going. Like I said, you try to combine all these things that I've just set out now. So there's a mythology side. There's kind of a vampire kind of the sunlight daylight. Well, not that it kills them, but the sunlight and the shadows thing. It's kind of vampire. The Shakespearean betrayal. You have the combining of powers like Voltron. I'm sure there was other things that did it before that, but no, there's the Batman thing, right? The Grim Reaper kind of thing. You said Punisher and Spider-Man. So there's kind of begged, borrowed, and a couple of pieces that are mixed around with everything. But you have good depth to it. You really do. You have all this memorized so I can repeat it whenever needed. I would, Captain Zombie, if you want this to take any kind of, if you want it to have any kind of legs, I would write this down. I would. If you need to keep this chat box open and, yeah, copy and paste it for yourself onto a Word document or something, very cool. So none of this ever gets lost. If you had a bump in the head and you get amnesia and it's all gone, you know, not wishing for that, but and start writing this. Start to elaborate upon this. I mean, you do want an illustrator, an animator to kind of even if it's just single cell things like a comic book, as opposed to like maybe a motion kind of a deal. What do they call that when they're doing movies and film? A part of the production packet you have. It looks like a comic book. God damn it, I can't think of it. Anyway, basically it looks like a comic book. Even if it's still frame, this is what this scene's gonna look like. Here's the close-up of the gunfire to the face. Then they gotta go out in the garage and clean the brains out of the car. Pulp Fiction, I'm saying. Then they gotta do this, and then they're being hosed down in the guy's front yard, and the storyboard. Yes, MVT. I just thought of it just when I looked over and saw. Yeah, storyboard. Even to storyboard what you have here, Captain Zombie, I would write this shit down, because you have a good bit of depth here with everything, and it seems like you have a good thought on things. There's a pivot of balance between the characters and what they have going and the reasons behind it. Like I said, you kind of beg, borrow, and trade from a couple other pieces that are, because nothing's original anymore, and I'm not trying to knock your shit. It's just, you're taking a little bit of this, a little bit of this. You're creating your own. You're a chef, all right? A couple of these ingredients, a little bit of this, pinch of that, some of that over there, and you're baking your own new thing here. I would write this all down, because then and like I said before we started dropping like a motherfucker, I was like good at like character writing, as far as you can tell by the verbiage, and anyway, that's different. But with everything you have, when you start writing this down, and I don't care if you do write it by hand, or if you're if typing is fine, whatever you want to do, it'll start to like open your brain up a little bit. Like, oh, it'd be cool. This character is going to be like this. This character is going to be like that. Or I want to incorporate something like this into the story. And this thing can really balloon up. You have a damn good base right now, and I only know kind of like almost footnotes of this thing. But if you start writing this, let it blow up. I mean, you'll be surprised at where your brain will take you. You'll be like, wow, I never thought of that. Well, you opened up a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and all of a sudden, this one idea now, it's swelled up like a tick sucking blood, and now you got so much more going for it. Yeah, I would start writing this down, because I mean, if you want this to turn into some kind of a illustrated novel, a comic type thing, I say go for it. Start writing and get like deep with it. Because the deeper that you get with it, you don't want it to be bland. Nothing wrong with vanilla, but go for a little more. You need a little bit of strawberry, need a little bit of chocolate, need a little bit of mint, some rocky road. You want that. Nothing wrong with vanilla, and I don't know why I'm using ice cream as the basis here. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Whew. Don't get me started, but you get the idea, right? What else did I miss here? Oh, I missed a lot. Very good base to everything right now. Though you have it all memorized. The way the gods are developed, so you want like characters very inspired by the Greek and Roman gods. And that was my first thought when you started saying this, was of course the Grecian or Roman mythology. But yeah. Very good base to it all, it is. Good base as in ice cream. Who doesn't like ice cream? If you're lactose intolerant, there's still sherbet. Okay? That's a good fruit base. That's kind of my go-to. That's what I like. Oh, let's dump the truck on these guys. Yeah, back to this. Was that like a Brinks security truck?
That's it! Let's get out of here!
They could crawl underneath. I mean, they're not smart, and I get that.
Jesus! Over here! We need to round up these walkers! Head them towards the gate!
I love how Jesus and his fucking comrades are.
Coming back to, well, not to this.
No, we weren't expecting
this
either.
Just a little surprising, that's all.
Glad.
I'm just glad you didn't give up on us. Real glad.
I gave you my word.
Javi,
Group
we
sex,
have to go
yeah.
after Gabe. These guys can take care of the rest of the walkers.
Go, Javi.
I'll help out here.
Just
Okay.
like Grand Theft Auto.
Let's go, Clem.
Brinks group set. Good call. Good call, MVT. Good damn call. Michael Madsen was in Grand Theft Auto. There you go. So in lieu of us dropping once again, I'll do another shot if we have to fire it back up. Oh, they crashed. They're gone, clearly. They're not going to be here. Or not.
Oh, dude, no.
Take his wallet. Take his wallet. Come on. Well, that's, always with the leg sweep and the brain stab. Remember, Clem learned that from,
Gabriel. Oh, please. No.
You alright?
No. No.
Wait, he bit you?
Stop him, Javi. That's when we crashed.
God damn. David.
He fought for me, Javi. Until they... But I couldn't. There were so many. I fucked up. After everything you taught me. Oh, it really hurts.
I can't lose you too. Wait, don't worry about that.
Easy, buddy. Don't worry about any of that now. I'm here for you.
You always have been.
No, Gabe. No.
Yep, he gone.
Do me a favor, Clem.
Gabe, no.
Take my cards.
What?
Euchre.
My playing cards. Grab them. Teach AJ euchre. Okay?
Okay.
No, teach him dominoes or something. That's simple.
I always thought I'd be alone.
You were right.
I met you.
Oh, come on. You've known this kid for like a week tops. Don't. You're gonna get the virus.
Bye, Gabe.
Bye, Clem. Give me your gun, Javi. I don't want it turn into a muerto.
Gabe. Gabe, I don't know if I can let you do that to yourself.
And I can't make you guys do it for me.
Give him the gun.
Just give me the gun.
He wants to do that. I've missed a lot of chat. Let's what did I miss here? Definitely want to take this form of a comic book. Really love comics as a medium. Yep, definitely. MVT. I keep saying MTV, but you understand my... Damn it! What has cable TV done to me in my years? Oh well. Oh no! Because I know so much about this character and care so much about him. Teach him 5-card stud. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the kiss. Aw. I mean, that's like the first show of like decent emotion we've seen from Clementine. I mean, when she was season 1 as a small child, well, she was like 8, 9. She turned 9 in season 1. But like I said, she's known this kid for like a week. How is she falling for him? He's a dope. She can do so much better. There's got to be a tough fucking kid, 13, 14 years old, same age as her. Same age. I mean, when you're 13 and 16, come on. I mean, if you're the parent of the 13-year-old, you're concerned that your child is interested in a 16-year-old, right? I mean, 35 to 38, whatever. It's no big deal. What actually happened to Morgan? The guy from season 1. Morgan. Morgan from season 1. The name? Unless I'm thinking a different game. Morgan. I mean, the main guy you played as was Lee. Oh yeah, main playable character Lee. That's alright. Because it's kind of dangerous though. Was afraid of the Walker blood. But yeah, what happened to Lee? Well, Captain Zombie, see, that's the fun part about what happened. If you're really interested, I have all of Season 1 on my YouTube channel. You can watch start to finish, or just go to the final episode, which will show you everything that happens. Although it might not happen exactly the same way, but... Actually, go to the end of episode... Well, was there 5 or 6 episodes? Go to the end of the second to last episode. I think it was 4. Check me if I'm wrong, but... Around Every Corner, I think was the name of it. The last episode was like called No Way Out or No Turning Back. The one before that one. Go to like the last couple of minutes of it, and you can find out. That tells the whole story. Takes up about 2 hours of your time, and who needs to go to work? Just watch all my videos on YouTube. Come on. It's the weekend. You don't really do archive live streams, honestly? No, I get you. It's when you're here live on Twitch, well... And yeah, this is where, like, this final episode is going to be the drizzling shits for people watching on YouTube, is, yeah, they're not here live, and it's here I am talking, you know, with your storyboard idea, and I was talking fitness tips with Melberries the other day, and it's... I get it. But, you know, you can look it up at this point, yes, you can. But, well, let me just put it to you this way. And that was Season 1. There's an entire second season in between that you don't know about. But between Lee and Clementine, there was a parting of ways. There you go. That's all I can tell you. Han gave the gun. He wanted to. Let it on his own terms.
Okay, Gabe. Here you go.
On your own terms. I wouldn't shoot him without him knowing. Or without him expecting it.
You may not be my father, Avi, but you are a great dad. Please, walk away. I don't want you to see this.
Okay.
We'll be shuffling the cars
Bobby.
over around the corner.
Bye,
Smoking
buddy.
a cigarette.
I love you.
I love you. I'll say hi to Mariana for you.
Or at least, like, give him some knuckles or something. Be like... Oh, in the mouth. Get the gun. Let's go. The gun's probably not even done smoking. I'm just... Get the ammo. Come on, hurry. Captain Zombie's actually going to go look and see what happens, actually. Like in the first 5 minutes of Season 2, you can burn a picture of Lee and Clem. Looks kind of pissed. What was this, 3 days later? What she does. I personally did not do that. Last thing before Captain Zombie goes. Actually shown that the two main gods in this series actually very minor gods and are relatively weak in comparison to the others. Gotta go do other stuff. And that's all good. I get you, Captain Zombie. This was part of our holiday, our Halloween horror mini-marathon, our fall season of fear. That's when I kind of... Actually, yeah, October 1st is when I started this whole kind of spiel of things. Well, she had 3 seasons of Walking Dead now. Heavy Rain was in there. That's a good one. Heavy Rain was good. If you can find somebody that's streaming the game Heavy Rain, you know, like the weather phenomenon, it's just Heavy Rain. That's a good game. You'd probably like that. Something about it. But yes, thanks for checking in. Thanks for chiming in. And, of course, we'll catch you down the road. Storyboard. Write all that shit down. Write it down. I'm telling you. You got something going there. And if you can find an illustrator, bingo. The gears are moving. Let that vehicle take off. Okay, that just shows how strong some of the other higher gods are, as opposed to the ones in that story. So there's tiers of power as well. Now that's creative writing like that. And like I said, yeah, it's a bit of this, bit of that, but yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there. Wait, do I know these people? Alright, there's the doctor, of course. Not sure, that might have been Conrad. May you rest in peace. Oh, that was the old broad. She can fuck off with that shit. Some kid by the Christmas tree, don't quite know. A kid fishing, bald person. Forever in our hearts be strong, looks like a cop. But, place the photo. And there you go. See, that looks like almost like a human... That's not a comic drawn deal. I mean, it is, but that looks more realistic to the character. Sean! Jason! 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 Yep, there's your heavy rain. Aw.
I'm glad you helped me, Javi. But I can't stop wondering how things might be different if you hadn't. Maybe Gabe wouldn't be with Mariana right now.
Oh, and she had to have that wedding ring right in our face, right?
Better
Well, right in
than
the
us.
camera.
Gabe. Mariana.
Blame me, I don't care.
They were my responsibility. They're dead because of me.
We're all to blame. Not just you.
Looks like we built up Richmond, though. And we should have
So,
let Tripp go first on the
Is
helicopter.
Richmond
Just
everything
saying.
you thought it would be?
Not yet. I'm staying here until it is, though. It's not safe out there. Or in here. I'm pretty sure I can fix one of those. I'm not saying I want it to be this way forever, but
Oh, boy.
I want you to keep your distance. Not forever, but for
That-
a little while.
With pleasure.
Can do. It's no problem at all.
Pretty quick answer there.
You
Oh,
said
I
it's what you
waited.
want.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I don't hate you.
No, I
but
never felt
I
that.
hate knowing what our future could have been.
You're my brother's fucking wife! I mean, I know he's gone, but... still wrong. Like, go marry some other guy and we can start fooling around. That, you know, totally different story at that point. Totally different story, you kidding me? Come on. They were married. Till death do them part.
Heading out?
Yes, indeed. We came here to put an end to the raiding. Looks like that's been done. Glad we got it settled. Gotta move on.
I like you, Jesus. Straight up.
I gotta admit, man, you're a fucking badass.
You're a real charmer. You know that? Through
So
and
they
through.
say. And the red armor.
Meant to tell you, that armor you got is great.
Oh. Well, thanks. It gets the
stole it.
job done.
Didn't
I
you?
was worried about you, Javi. About who you are inside. You helped save these people, though. That goes a long way for me. Second chances are in short supply these days. That's what this place can be, if you let it. Trust me, though. Life within walls is a hell of a lot different than life on the road. Don't take shortcuts like Joan. You gotta do the right thing. Always. Good days, and especially bad.
If I stay, I don't know if there's another season coming out, but I'll do it.
Absolutely. The right thing. No matter what.
Good to hear. I read people pretty well. Little gift of mine. You're...
If there were said to be another season of this, I'd said I don't know if I'm staying. Because then I would kind of get the idea that there's more, you know, more to this world, more to this story of things. But since I don't know that at this point, if Telltale wants to make another Walking Dead game, I guess I'll stay. I'll just, you know, stay put with
Capable
it
guy, Javi.
You know.
Change is in the air here. You can lead that change, and I think you should.
Oh yeah, way to go. I'll
For
be the
the
king
better.
of Virginia.
God knows this town could use it.
I'll step up.
You know what? I'm gonna step up. Lead this
They're
place
making
in the
a
right
season
direction.
4.
Then as far as I'm
I've selected
concerned,
the wrong things.
Richmond's in much better hands than it was. Be vigilant. Trouble never stays too far away.
Stay vigilant. You goddamn right. His name is Jesus. Well, they call him Jesus. And he says stay vigilant. Smart man.
So you're out of here too, huh?
Yeah. It's time. I have to find AJ, Javi. I've waited so long.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Could
That's where
you
season
do
4 is
me
going to
one
come
last
in.
favor before I leave?
Cut your hair? What? Could use a trim there, young lady. Play a game of euchre with her. No, it is a haircut. I'll be goddamn. I was joking.
I used to do this for my niece.
That's nice of you.
She thought I was terrible at it.
Were you?
None of your business.
I
That
have to
same
see
old
AJ,
hat.
Javi. I have to see that he's okay.
I get
Do you
it.
think he remembers me? At least a little? Maybe?
Who could forget you? That's pleasant.
Who could forget you, Clem? No one who knew you, I guarantee it.
Yeah, maybe. Everyone told us he was better off. After everything that's happened, I'm starting to think they're right.
Now, the only way that I could see that... Oh, AJ's better off without you, Clem. Because Clem was a fucking kid herself trying to raise a kid, trying to, you know, help and survive with a kid that wasn't even hers biologically. You know, not even a, you know, nephew or sibling. Well, it would be brother in that case, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I could see any adult in half their right mind, even if if they're so wigged out like the doctor full of drugs. Like you're 14 maybe. You can't be taking care of a baby who's a year or 2 years old. Like no, you don't know what you're doing. I could see how that would be like the oppression towards her. Now granted, like, could we say if she was raising the kid correctly? Well, the kid was already, you know, 2 years old, so she had to be doing something right, unless he just found it 8 minutes ago. But, yeah, I could see how that's a problem.
I don't know if I was a good mom or not.
Dude, he's alive. That's
I can't
pretty
stop
good.
thinking about it.
I'd say, of course you
I really
were.
wish I could.
Did you love him?
With all of my heart.
And of course you were.
Gabe told me you used to play baseball.
I did. I loved it.
He told me you fucked it all up, too.
Yep, apparently.
Yep. Sure did.
Well, you survived,
I had to.
but you loved it. How do you survive that?
That was a game.
How? If you
Loss
really
gives you
loved it,
strength. There you go.
how?
That's what's good. You figure out the pieces you need versus the ones you liked. If you're ready to move on, that is.
If.
You know, your heart versus your brain, right?
All done.
Well, how's it look?
That'll be $8.
You know what? I'll grab your hat. I remember this team. Your dad ever teach you about baseball?
No, not really.
Well, you come back, and I'll tell you all about it.
It's a deal. If I bring AJ back with me, will you teach him too?
Certainly. Bring him back.
You bet. He belongs with you, Clementine. Bring him back.
Good old Alvin and Bumpy's kid. What was her name? Honestly forgot. Rebecca, there it is. I got it. Okay, they show the wall, loading screen doing its thing. Alright, there we go. No more branding, huh? Let's get that out of the way. No more burning of the neck. And where'd she get the Michael Jackson jacket? That's badass. How many zippers that thing got on it? Hee hee. Bye. Take care. There's walkers everywhere. Come back on Wednesdays. We do potluck. So I guess that's the loophole that they keep open for Season 4. It's because we don't know where baby AJ is. Need to teach her to moonwalk. Oh, music. That's too much. Your experience with David was adversarial. You refused David's hand after he punched you the night your father died. Fuck him. Yeah, he was like knocking me out. You tried to leave Richmond without him. Yep, just fuck that guy. In his time of need, you distance yourself from David. Yeah, because fuck that guy. Your experience with Kate was friendly. You were relieved to see Kate alive in the junkyard. You supported Kate's plan to rescue Richmond. Ending things once and for all. You rejected Kate. What is this kissing thing? That never happened. I don't recall seeing that. You honored Kate's wish to keep your distance. Not that I honored it, it's like friendly. Not fucking all over like, dude, she wanted to... That kissing thing was an option, I think, in episode 1, maybe 2. I didn't go for that shit, no. Experience with Gabe was detached. You upset Gabe by not staying in the trailer for the night. You hid the truth about Gabe's neighborhood friend. He didn't need to hear that, come on. You helped Kate save Richmond before going after Gabe. Yeah, well, he ended up dead anyway, whatever. You gave a bitten Gabe your gun so he could prevent himself from turning. How is that detached? That's on his terms. Give me the gun so I can kill myself. Boom! No, on your own terms. I don't totally agree with that. And hid the truth about his neighborhood friend. He's a fucking dumb little kid. Like, no, your friend, what, Alex? No, Greg is my default name. Your friend Greg? Greg's dead. We just killed him. New Frontier Story. Trip, he gone. You reassured Trip by promising you wouldn't cause trouble in Prescott. That was a lie. Kind of. Then you went to the junkyard with Trip. In the end, Trip saved your life on the overpass despite you not choosing him to be saved. Eleanor. You left Eleanor at Prescott when you went to the junkyard. Well, yeah. I should have went with her, though. Get on her good side. Get in her pants. Anyway. Then Eleanor betrayed you to plan to take out Joan. Or your plan to take out Joan. But you forgave her for betraying you to Joan. Because I want her in the story. I mean, Kate is cuter, but Eleanor just, it makes more sense if you're going to throw a love triangle at me. Ava, Clementine declined Ava's offer to meet with the New Frontier. Then you convinced Ava to help you after she caught you and Gabe stealing guns. Finally, you picked Ava to live, but Joan shot her to teach you a lesson. That sucks. Lingard. Clementine ignored Lingard's medical advice regarding AJ. Then you gave Lingard a lethal injection. And Lingard told you AJ's location shortly before dying, which we needed that information. I restarted that on purpose. Conrad, motherfucker. You coached Francine through Conrad's poker game. Then, when Gabe threatened Conrad, you convinced your nephew to lower his gun. Later, you shot Conrad in the tunnel after he threatened Gabe's life. Yeah, gun to the head, that's never good news. What do we got here? Eleanor might be slightly cuter. Let's go back to that real quick. She had a nicer butt, I'll say that. Maybe it was just the pants she was wearing. She had a nicer butt. Definitely give her that. Plus, like I said, she's like a medic. So she's really good with her hands. I know I've said that several times, but that's not a lie. Why am I talking like Zap Brannigan? I don't know, but it makes all the sense in the world because she's really good with her hands. Matter of taste. I didn't like Kate's piss yellow eyes. That was bad. Maybe the dusting of freckles across the bridge of her nose onto her upper cheekbones. That was a nice call to decoration. You know, nothing she can control, but that worked for me. Well, no, I wanted to go with Eleanor. I wanted to. because Kate is my brother's fucking wife. And like I said, granted he's dead now until death do them part, she can take that ring and fuck off with that shit, but she needs to go get with another guy. And then I can be like, alright, now I'm gonna come in guns a-blazing, you know. There was a line from a movie, God, it was a comedy movie called The Cheap Detective with Peter Falk, the guy who played Columbo. And it's a hodgepodge of like all the mystery movies, but in a comedic satire sense. And I forgot what the whole deal was. But his partner, like he has a detective agency with a partner. His partner gets killed right away. We never see him. But his partner's wife is like very close with Peter Falk's character. And like you can tell like that there's sexual tension there and that they're trying to like, not that they're trying to seal the deal, but definitely leaning towards doing so. and Peter Falk even says, he's like, it's okay to hit on me when, you know, it's okay to cheat on your boss, or it's okay to cheat on your partner's wife, but when he's dead it makes it all so dirty. Like, come the fuck on. Like, that's the kind of movie that is. The Cheap Detective with Peter Falk. Just one more thing. That's right, just one more thing. Columbo. There you go. See, Bretster knows that one. That's the gimme, but still. There's a guy that I work with. Wears that same ass trench coat. Swear to God. He wears the Columbo trench coat every fucking day. He's a good shit, too. But of course, he rides out the Columbo shtick. And in the movie The Cheap Detective, Peter Falk did not have to change wardrobe for nothing. Same, he got the cheap-ass hat, the cheap-ass trench coat, that's all it is. It's okay to cheat on your partner's wife, but when he's dead it makes it all so dirty. Funny movie. I suggest watching it. It's kind of a spoof on the Maltese Falcon, the old Bogart movie. Anyway, moving on to Jesus. When you met Jesus, you didn't trust him, so you bound his hands. Then you promised Jesus to always do the right thing in helping the city of Richmond survive. Lastly, you promised Jesus you would help lead Richmond. And he lived, even though he looks like Charlie Manson. Mike bump, excuse me. Joan. You told Joan the New Frontier was to blame for Mariana's death, which was the truth. Then your plan to expose Joan failed. Eventually, you shot Joan. Yeah. Clint kicked you out of Richmond for stealing gas. Then you rejected his deal to leave Richmond peacefully. Currently, Clint's whereabouts are unknown. That's a good twisteroo for Season 4 that might and should happen. Oh my God. Did you stand on the ledge? You and 8% of the players disappointed David when you didn't stand. Why would you stand next to an unstable guy on a ledge? All he's got to do is push you and you're gone. 92% of you? Oh, I'm glad I'm in the minority there. Woo! Oh, what do you say to David about Kate? I'm, well, not the minority, but it's a low enough number. 16% denied having a relationship with Kate, but David didn't believe you. Damn, well, 53.5% of players confessed your love for Kate. Let's just, 28% of players came clean about your relationship with Kate. 2.2 players said nothing. Ooh, the old ellipses, ... But dude, did that ever happen with me? I know there was that scene where, something happened at the junkyard. It was the episode 1, somewhere in that part. And it was like, kiss Kate? No, I didn't want to lean that way. Not at all. Denied a relationship because nothing happened. Did you fight David back? Really, 36.5 fought back. And others said, I love you, man. You're not getting my Bud Light, Johnny. That's an old mid-90s commercial thing. Forget about that. Did you go after Gabe or with Kate? 64% went with Kate and sealed the Richmond breach. He's dead anyway. He's a dumb kid, Did Clementine come with you? After the fight with David, Clementine teamed up with you and less than half of the players. Interesting. So these numbers, slightly in the negative. I would say for the majority of this playthrough, though, huge. Huge, trust me. We're gonna build a wall that's gonna stop walkers. Trust me, it's going to work. It's got to work. I've seen it. I have people building right now, but for the majority of this playthrough, I would think that my, in the green, which would actually be this way, because it's backwards for me, but I would say that I was in the majority a lot of times. This one lone episode, I'm surprised how in the minority I am. Shame on the rest of you. In crunch time, you all took the fucking path of the follower. I might not be a leader, but No Shave November sure as hell ain't a follower. Say that much. Your Clementine became a survival warrior. Wow, let's... Okay. Clementine and AJ thought they had finally found a home at Howe's Hardware. But when a tortured Jane made a difficult decision, everything changed. Leaving Jane's dead body behind, Clementine and AJ were on their own. After swallowing her pride and joining the New Frontier, Clem used their resources to help the person closest to her survive. She was, unrepentant, even when exiled. Don't know that word, hope I'm saying it right. When Hobby and David fought at the water tower, Clem remembered a similar fight long ago at a snow-covered rest stop. She took a carefully placed shot to stop David's violence without killing him. I thought there was going to be dialogue on that. I thought so. Like, she could have looked at David, because he shot him in the shoulder, and she said, "You know I could have missed, right? You know I could have hit... you could be looking at your own brains on the floor right fucking now." I thought that, but I think the stream died right around there, so didn't get to it. Anyway. Fuck Jane? I would have fucked Jane. Jane was a cool chick. No, but in the... Okay, it's weird, and I will preface that. In Season 2, Jane was awesome. And there's something about that kind of chick, like, yeah. I mean, she was cute. But also the attitude she had. Just like, who was the chick in the first, end of Season 1? Ah, damn it. Like, Stealth Ninja chick, who I thought was Jane in Season 2. Or was that? Was there a Morgan? I don't know. No. Maybe there was. But anyway, Stealth Ninja chick at the end of Season 1, she was badass, kinda cute. The badass and kinda cute is enough for me to be like, she's alright, I like her. Molly, yes, that's the one. Yeah, but I thought Molly was Jane from Season 1 to Season 2. Or maybe they were sisters, I don't know, but they were very similar, in my opinion. But they had a cute look, but very badass, very mentally sharp and skilled, and no bullshit. Tell you how it is. Even if they were going to be a bitch, they were going to be a bitch to your face. And that is a respectful thing if the world goes into something like this. Not, oh, blah, blah, whisper, nothing. I'll just tell you what you want to hear. No, just straight up. That's a fucking stupid idea. It's like, and you're really good with, like, an axe or a fucking, you know, an ice pick or whatever the hell your weapon of choice is. Like, those are some badass chicks. But we do know that, I was going to say Jane... We know that Jane hung herself here, well, within the flashbacks of this season, because she was pregnant with Luke. Yeah, it was Luke. Pregnant with Luke's kid. So, odd, but, you know, just like Clem says, what happens to everybody? Anyway. Final said here on the bullet points. Once David left the truck with Gabe, Clem decided to assist Kate in sealing the breached wall, strategizing that she or AJ might need shelter or resources from Richmond in the future. Which is all good. So that is the whole Clementine story, which basically wraps up the end of Season 2 into this. It doesn't really talk about so much of Season 1, but, it's just what you get. Oh, cutscene! Keep walking. And there, I forgot what the name of the farm was. It was like McLaren Farm or McDonald Farm. Oh, I killed the volume, sorry. Just in case there was music playing during the credits. Good night.
I'm gonna find you, AJ.
Clementine's story will continue. So there you go. Maybe I answered incorrectly at Richmond. But who's to say we're going to play Season 4 as Javi? Let him stay in Richmond. Even if we have to go back to playing as Clementine in Season 4, at least we have a place to go to. I think. But, well, shit, now that we know that is, hold on, episodes, if they threw anything else at us, I want to look for it. Restart episode 1. Okay, there you go. More from Telltale. Walking Dead Season 1, Season 2. Walking Dead Michonne, I will not do that. Batman, who knows, maybe. Wolf Among Us, I saw a little bit of that, but I didn't want to play a bunch of it, or see a bunch of it, because I might want to play it myself. Not that these would be in our Halloween horror mini-marathon, our fall season of fear necessarily, but I don't own these games right now. So if I were to start them, it would probably be maybe another little Telltale mini-series thing that I might do at some point, but I mean, the Wolf Among Us, I'm guessing, was this 5-episode series based on Fables, an award-winning comic book by Bill Willingham, who I don't know. Sorry, but I don't know. What, the Wolf Among Us, like what, werewolves? That would make sense. But anyway, if that's done, then yeah, I guess we're done. All we can do is restart episodes? We could totally make new choices on everything, I would presume. But, excuse me. Time out, sorry. Rather play as Clementine for Season 4. It makes sense based on you're going to try to find AJ. I don't know why Javi would give... Well, he would give a little bit of shit about it, but that's Clementine's war to fight. Like, she's climbing, you know... It's that old saying of... pick the mountain you might die on. You know, like, that's her battle that she's trying to fight right now. So... yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. This was a decent little detour away from things, because in the downtime, and I did like what this game did with a lot of flashbacks to try to keep you in pace with what the world was and what the world is. You know, because the flashbacks in this game go back to the start of it all. Even like when the old man started this episode, even though this is a 3-fucking-parter. Because the damn stream would just... The game would shut down. It's not the stream, it's the fucking game, it's gotta be. It was like at a transitional loading screen or some shit. Anyway, we would see, you know, the old man at the beginning of this episode, like, oh, he's got cancer and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. That was before he turned. So that was potentially before... sorry. Excuse the yawning. That was potentially before any of the turning of people into walkers. So, I like what the game did there as far as jump back. Alright, now get you back to reality. Jump back and show you something, and it does help for character development, character building, and just to give you a little insight on, like, how you should feel about character A, B, and C. So that, I thought they did that very well. You couldn't really do that a whole lot with Season 1, in my opinion. You could have, but you just got the idea. This shit just started. You're in the squad car with Lee. He's being brought to prison, and it all just goes fucking haywire right like that. So that kind of threw you right into the whole mess of it all. And then you start to build relationships and meet people, and you kind of get the idea. I still say that in Season 1, the jump from Episode 1 into Episode 2 with the fucking cannibalistic farmers... That shit, that still blows me away to some degree. Because, granted, Episode 1 on its own in Season 1 was like, well, that's the start of it all. That's where all the shit hits the fan. And you really got to start making decisions there first thing. But to think of the cannibals on the farm, at the dairy, in Season 1, Episode 2. Sorry for the yawning. I'll get to that in a second. I see it in chat. I'll get to it. But, how long were those people doing the cannibal thing? That's my bigger question. Because it's not like, gotta do what you gotta do. It seemed like, oh, well, shucks, we'll just cook y'all a fucking meal. Have some biscuit. Don't worry about your friend. He'll be fine. Shot in the back with the arrow. He's just resting. Like, they seemed like they might have been cannibals for a lot longer. Those weird country folk, kind of fucking weird. You never know with them. But, yeah, that jump was probably the biggest holy shit, what the fuck is going on in this world right now. That one really got me. I see it. I think they were doing it for a while. They may have been, easily. Or had considered it along, you know, as soon as shit went south, like, everybody's coming here for food because we got a farm, so let's... Well, they had bandits swarming at them, so... Fuck it. We can't get some pork ribs, let's have human ribs for dinner. Who knows? But, yeah, that was kind of the surreal jump when I first played it. Like, wow, I get that, like, you know, there's Walking Dead. The human element of it was really fucking bizarre. Just way off the rails. And that for me, from Season 1, Episode 1 to Episode 2, really just... Whoosh, that Season 1 played out and everything that happened with Lee. Spoiler alert, he got bit and turned... Well, maybe he didn't turn. I had Clem kill him. There, I said it. Captain Zombie's gone, but there, I said it. Season 2 was pretty much... Okay, they let it be known that a time gap happened, about a year or two, I would say. And then you meet a grand new group of people. You find out Kenny's still alive. At least I did. I don't know if that's everything all around for everyone else. I would assume so, but... there wasn't enough back and forth, like, how did Kenny meet her? Show me a cutscene to, you know, fill some of the gaps. Fill some of the gaps in time as far as, like, how did these people come across? And even still, the 400 Days DLC, which was supposed to take place in between... It did take place in between Season 1 and 2. Those people from that 400 Days DLC, forgive the yawning, but those people were in... House Hardware. Very minor roles altogether. I mean, there was Bonnie who ended up staying around for quite a while through things, and we don't know if she's dead yet. We still don't fucking know. And who was the guy here? Clint? We don't know if he's dead yet. That hasn't been established. So keeping some of the books still open, it's another clever thing that this game has done. We did not... End of Season 2, we didn't see Bonnie die, we didn't see Mike die. They wanted to steal the truck and drive on out without us. I mean, we did shoot Kenny, but is he, like, really, really, really dead? We didn't exactly chop his head off, I'll tell you that much. But, there's always that thought in my mind that not everybody is totally fucking dead. So, what happens of it, who knows? As MVT did say to us, there is a Season 4 in the works, or on the way. I didn't know that, and maybe my answers with Javi would have been a little bit different on the outro. Did we see Krista die? We did not. We did not. And for a good chunk of Season 2, Clem was certain that Krista kept mentioning, what the hell place were we trying to go to? Whatever, up north. Trying to go up north to that city. I don't think it was Richmond. I think it was a different name. But it's like, oh, we gotta go here, we gotta go here. Krista said, Krista said, Krista said. And even Kenny was like, yeah, we gotta go. Yeah, I've heard of that place too. We gotta go, we gotta go. We did not see Krista die. So, to be fair to that one as well, didn't see it. And this game does not really pull punches as far as people dying, I don't think. So, why they... But then again, that is theater of the mind. It's also good writing because we don't know, so... It opens up your mind. Your skull cracks the fuck open, and what do you want to allow in? What do you want to seep out? Is Krista dead? We don't know. That's already been probably 2 years ago, story-wise, from Season 2. Maybe she comes into Season 4. Maybe she's got a kid of her own. And unknowingly, excuse me, damn. Unknowingly, she's like trying to raise her little one, and AJ. We don't know. Kenny is more or less dead, I would assume. What happened to Molly, Season 1? Does she show up? Does Clem find her, recognize her? Well, that was down in Savannah when we met Molly, end of Season 1. The odds are extremely slim, and who knows, maybe just she's gone, that's it. You know, we have no clue, but again, that's theater of the mind. You can play with that any way you want to. So again, it's open-ended writing. You don't always need black and white. They're alive or they're dead. Just leave it to the imagination. So again, that's even with that, it's good writing. And with a small-term character like Molly, season 1, what was it, just episode 5, or what did she make it to season 4 and season 5? Either way, she was in it for just a frog's hair, a cunt hair, of this full 3-season story. And, well, to me, memorable character. I thought she was badass, I thought she was cool. She was very refreshing to the group that we had, because she seemed like she had her shit together, didn't care what anybody said, went and did her own thing smartly. She wasn't carefree. She knew what the fuck she was doing. So in my mind, a very locked-in, awesome character. If you meet up with her again, that would be awesome. That would be. If Kenny is still alive somehow, some way, I'd be irritated and still want to kill him, but show him as a walker, and I'll gladly kill him. You know, stuff like that, just weird things. Bonnie and Mike. For my playthrough of all of this, which has been connected, because I'm on the PS4, straight up with all 3 seasons, we don't know what happened to Mike and Bonnie. We don't. And granted, that was further south, not Savannah. Have to be somewhere in between Savannah and Richmond. Has to be. But we don't know what happened to them. Theater of the mind. So it is some good writing in that aspect. So it's very well put together in that regard. Please kill Bonnie. I want to. Whew. She's a snake. She lied to us in season 2. She's probably on drugs. She should have been the one that overdosed, that we had to stab in the goddamn skull. Not the doctor. He seemed okay. He seemed like a southern genteel man. He really did. Despite the drug issues. Anyway, holy shit, what else did I miss here? I would like The Wolf Within. Takes place in the 1980s New York. It's a bit like a magical detective Vice City. Okay. That was the one line that I missed that I said I was going to check in on. Krista coming back with AJ would be nice. But please kill Bonnie. I would. I would kill Bonnie and Mike, or I would find a way that they would be, you know, like, oh no, I can't help them, sorry. Because, yeah, Bonnie, like I had said it through season 2, Bonnie was very much a follower. And she was very wishy-washy. One time she's listening to Carver and doing all that he commands. The other, oh, but I'm really sorry I did that. Fuck you. At least Carver was like, motherfucker, I want to kill you. Like, he was RPM revved out at 9,000. He was the same person every scenario. Like I said at the time, I respect a guy like that. So, but Bonnie, no. It's like, I gotta do what Carver says, but I'm really sorry. Too much high and low for me. Which did happen a lot in this game, with a lot of characters. I can't lie about that. Give Wolf Among Us a shot. Like the vibe, and I'd get into the whole story. Every time I heard Bonnie's accent, in the word sorry, I wanted to hit her with a tire iron. Yeah, Bonnie needed to be smashed about the face with heavy mining equipment. Preferably a pickaxe. But like I said, that just goes with her character. It's like, she was in the, well, remember, in 400 Days, I got killed. On purpose, because, like, I'd played that DLC, and I remember what happened. That figure's approaching, you turn around, boom, and it's the chick's wife. So I just let that person approach, turns out she killed me. So, okay, there's no way around it. You have to bash her and kill her. Okay, fine, like, I get that. But then, you know, you see Bonnie in Season 2, and it's like, oh, there's that chick. Oh, okay. And within 5 minutes, she already, like, turned you in to Carver's people. And it's like, that fucking bitch, you know? She was kind of, I can't say snaky in 400 Days, but she didn't seem like she was in control, nor in charge, nor sure of herself. Just a bad trifecta of shit. Bad trifecta. Like, if you can't be, it's kind of like feeding a fire. A fire needs what? Heat, fuel, and oxygen, right? You take any one away, it's nothing. It's just, it doesn't even exist. Same with Bonnie. I just wish she didn't exist. I wish I had fucking tangible proof that she was dead. Tangible proof. Like having her skull right in my hands. Like, yep, this is that crackhead little bitch. She turned on me, got some people killed up there at the goddamn ski lodge. It was all her fault. It all happened with her. Carver had an idea. He wanted that baby who he thought was his, because he nailed Rebecca after Alvin did. Totally understandable. You got yours, and you wanted to protect what could have been your blood. But Bonnie and Kenny would have been like perfect soulmates. You know, like how did he get mixed in with Katya, who seemed like a gentle soul? How did she fall for him? And then how did other chick from season 2, who was Kenny mixed up with? I forgot her name. Katya Sarita? Sounds right. She was actually pretty good looking in my book. Little nose stud, kind of hot. Had that nice natural tan. Physically, I was digging her. But how did Kenny get her? Like, he was so wrapped up in Katya and Duck. And then he goes get this other, you know, far better looking woman, I'll say. She wasn't a veterinarian, but still. Like, Kenny, how did you... Oh, and she gets killed too. Fucking guy. But Kenny and Bonnie, to me, like, they were perfect southern fucking... What gets me is that Kenny says he's from Fort Lauderdale. I live in Fort Lauderdale. I live at North Victoria Park Road in Fort Lauderdale. It's just off of Sunrise Boulevard, where the South Florida Boat Show is taking place this fucking weekend. Look it up, I'm not lying. North Victoria Park Road, just off of Sunrise Boulevard. God fucking... No way. No way are me and Kenny... If he's alive here, I'd kill him myself. I would button mash. Whatever I had to do. Take him out. Fuck that guy. Fuck him in the ear, fuck him. Anyway. He's from Fort Lauderdale. Huh. No, he's from Weston. It's where a lot of the rednecks are. Go to those western bars where they do line dancing, where they don't move their arms, they just kick their feet about like it's I don't know, some weird kind of a march. I've seen that shit before. That line dancing is weird shit. They don't move their arms. Their arms are straight down their sides. They may as well put their hands in their pockets. Now they're doing all the leg kicks and the foot shuffling just fine. It's like an Irish what is that Michael Flatley? Is that the guy's name? Whatever. It's all that stuff. It's all footwork. It's all not quite tap dancing, but it's creepy to look at. Because it looks very robotic. Like they're in a trance and it's spooky. They don't look like they're even having fun. And they're wearing cowboy hats and cowboy boots when they do it. Forget it. I'll stop mentioning a friend's birthday party that I went to. It's some Western club that really freaked me out. Because it was freaky. It was. I'm done, but that's the kind of place Kenny would go to and... smash him right across the skull several times. And I made him kill his son. I'm proud of that. Proud that I made him have to live through that self-agony. And I'm glad he's hopefully dead. Anyway. With this game specifically, said earlier that I do like the going back to the past and filling in the gaps, giving us a little backstory. In something I mentioned, well, this is part 3 now because the damn stream would lock up, the game would freeze, but something that I thought last night after episode 4, as I was winding down getting myself to bed, I was thinking, you know what, you could literally turn these games into like really long episodic sagas. If each game goes about 5 episodes long, and it takes about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours per episode, just say it's 2 hours apiece. That is 10 hours per. So I've done 30 hours. Well, DLC, 400 days. So I've done about 30 hours worth of playing the Walking Dead games. 30 hours could be one season worth, if they really wanted to overblow this. Just the way that... you would have so many obstacles in the way, so many different variables of things, flashbacks to fill in the gaps in between to help character development and story. They do a great job with the time that they utilize. They really do. I mean, there's a reason that I went all the way through this. If I didn't like this shit, I wouldn't have made it through, I wouldn't have made it into Season 2, probably. you know, who knows how far into season 1. I would have been like, you know what, this game just ain't for me. I would have deleted the whole thing, not even show it on my YouTube channel. But this stuff, it's, and like I said, I don't know the show that well. I only made it to, like, season 3 with the governor and all that stuff. Like, not to say that I didn't like it, but I could even tell that it was losing steam then, even before the guy with the baseball bat, Lucille, and the whole thing with it. Like, I know of that, but whatever. I never even got that far. And everybody's like, oh my god, Glenn! Yeah. There's that whole thing. I never even got that far. But, nothing against the show, but I could, even at season 3 with the governor, I felt like it was kind of like, okay, alright, it's, you start off really good, a little bit of a downer, you bring it back up, a little bit more of a downer, you try to bring it back up, and that's just, I felt the wave was going in that direction. These games, if I didn't like them, I wouldn't have kept playing them. Straight up. The only way you'd know is if you were watching live, because otherwise, like I said, it'd be totally off my fucking mark. I wouldn't even put it on my YouTube channel. I would say that shit never happened. I didn't like that game. Same thing. MVT feels the same way. Somewhere along the way, it's just the wave started cresting downward on the TV show. Now, I never saw Rise of the Walking Dead, or whatever that was, the Fear of the Walking Dead. Never saw that, can't say. Don't know what it's about. Got up to the governor part, lost interest. Bet Clem's story could work as a show. I think it could. Only problem with that is, like, if you did it animated, it'd work better, because you would have to find a child actor to start, and enough time for that person, literally, to grow up. Then we go into season 2. Let that child grow up a little bit more. They're a little taller, you notice, okay, the hair's longer, there's a little bit more edge to them, maybe a couple laugh lines in the face, you know? Because a kid has no features whatsoever. It's like, wrinkles in the forehead? No, the kids don't get that. That comes with age. And a lot of dumb decisions, substance-wise. Not saying we're all Tommy Lee Jones, but you get what I'm saying, right? That having been said, it's dark as hell with a lot of children getting killed. Not sure how well it'd work. Well, yeah, there is Duck. I mean, you could. If it was animated, I think you can get away with a lot more, as opposed to, like, you know, human actors, as opposed to fake robot actors, dead actors, I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. Animated could probably work better for a series, a show. But to fill in all the gaps, Season 1, if I put in about 10 hours worth with 5 episodes, I think you could really stretch and get a lot of mileage out of these individual stories. These individual seasons, excuse me. Fill in a lot of the gaps in between episodes, in between just little time jumps like, well, what happened here? It was, what, 3 weeks later? And we put the picture of Gabe up on the wall, or I think it was 3 weeks, something like that. How do they rebuild Richmond? What's all the hardships there? I mean, even though those last couple of episodes could have been just a ramp running up, as far as like, oh, everything's getting better. Maybe there was a happy ending and it's not that noir feel that I like, that I just find fascinating as far as film and movies go. Maybe it wouldn't be that way. It's just, you hit a really low point when you find David and Gabe and all that stuff, and then, okay, then Jesus comes in on horseback with his crew, and the building of Richmond, up, you're riding a high, but then you're going to hit Season 4. You have to be brought back down again. So, I think they could get a lot of mileage out of this stuff. For games that last 10 hours about 10 hours per, I think they do incredibly well. They tell a good story. This one especially, like I said, they went back in time, filled in a lot of the gaps, more character development, things of that nature. That's what I dig about this. The fact that it was Javi, I'm not against that, because at some point you would have to veer a little bit away from the Clementine thing. It just, with so many people dying around her, how is she, now that I'm guessing, 13, 14 years old, how is she still alive? And everyone, see how easily Lee got bit in Season 1? Like, that could happen to anybody. How is she still alive? But they veered away. They filled in the time gaps to show you between, like, her and AJ, how things were, you know, what was going on there, what happened with chick that hung herself, Jill, not Joan. It wasn't Joan. Joan's the old broad. But they filled in the gaps in a storytelling sense. Did it totally have to make sense with everything that was going on? I mean, you understand that Clementine's alone. We know that. Filled in the gaps properly, did a good to show how it was. Now you're back to reality. I know I said that probably 20 minutes ago, if not more. But it did really well to give you that sort of, oh yeah, that's because we look at all this looping loading screen here. We see all this destruction and bullshit. You jump back in time, they're playing dominoes, the house is in one piece, the windows aren't boarded up, nobody's like looking really thin in the face and like they're starving. No one's crying about, oh, we need more food. Dude goes to run and get more beer. Like, things are still functional. The epidemic hadn't even started. Then you get back to reality. We were just playing dominoes. 2 minutes ago in the game, we're playing dominoes with Brother Dave. 2 minutes after that, we want to fucking kill him because he wants to kill us. It's doing that jump and filling in the gaps. I think this is what really stood out for Season 3 here. And yeah, we weren't Clementine. I mean, that's kind of the obvious thing. But filling in the gaps and going back in time before all the shit hit the fan. And trying to tell stories with Clementine. Not just the people that were taking control of, with Javi and Kate and all that stuff. With the kind of the main group focus. But even with Clementine, the character we, the gamer, know the best. They're even filling in those gaps. So, shit like that, I do applaud that. To me, that worked out very well. Because they did it in such a way that helped to develop the story, the characters, the world, and to, put you back in that time where before it was all bad. And then like, oh, you had enough of the good, everything, all the trees are green, everything's dead. Now everything's dead. Now everything's decaying and broken apart and destroyed, and there's dead bodies in the streets. I mean, they did good to show you that polarizing world that once was and what is. And animated would be the way to go. Oh, what did I miss? Clem's not that different from Season 2 to 3, but yeah, you need to get another actor after 1. If you were to do actual, yeah. To get actual actors to do so. But animated, yes, that'd be the thing. But, all that being said, with a 3-parter here, and that's just the game locking up and killing the stream, and I had to restart the PS4, and boy, did I stretch this one out. Granted, Captain Zombie gave a little synopsis of his storyboard comic idea, and I dig it. I dig it. I mean, if it wasn't anything, I'd probably just, okay, go back to playing. Okay. But, I mean, we'll bullshit like that. And he's told me about that story before. That was in depth. So yeah, I paused the game, I explain a lot, read a lot, bullshit with the people, stretched out the episode. I know. It'll happen. But, with a game like this that's dialogue heavy, if I was playing Skyrim, I could probably take time out to look without pausing the game and like, oh, I'm being attacked by a saber cat. Let me just kill this, keep walking, go back to reading, and not miss a beat either way. But the dialogue here, yeah, a lot of time out, a lot of pause. But thanks to everybody along the way through this entire run of The Walking Dead Seasons 1, 2, and A New Frontier. I mean, who was along the way? Everybody was here. Captain Zombie, I think, showed up here late, but still. Captain Zombie. MVT coming along. I think it's where MVT first found me, was through this Walking Dead Halloween horror mini-marathon, our fall season of fear, for the Daily Dose of Mayhem on the live stream Let's Play. I have so many gimmicks now. But, yeah, Melberry is Jersey B. I wouldn't doubt if, boy, I think Launch AMC might have been in here. I think, did Commander Brito? I don't think I've seen him in a while. He'll chip in and, like, retweet shit on Twitter. But Commander Brito, everybody, I know I might have missed somebody, and I'm sure I did. I never mean to. I really don't. Oh, found my shit with Vice City GTA 3 walkthrough at first? Really? It was that far ago? Shit, that was months ago. But you come back for this? Alright, that's cool. Wow, Vice City and GTA 3 shit. Huh. That's a while ago. That's several months. Might have been a year by now. Well, shit, there you go. You found me back to play this stuff. See, I forgot. Normally, I kind of remember when somebody gets locked in with things. I guess it was just that time gap in between. Totally forgot. That's cool, though. Shit. Grand Theft Auto into the... And sure, from Grand Theft Auto, Tony Cipriani, Michael Madsen, and then you come back into this. There's the tie-in that we got right there. I'll be damned. Good walkthroughs. Also, I do the accents well. It's cartoonish, gimmicky, you know. Even Christopher Walken, you have to have fun with it. That's the key. Stutter, maybe stammer. They'll get the point. If they don't, they're not good friends. None of them. You have to veer away from that. Evil people don't get jokes. A dog will fetch a stick if you throw it far away. Staggered out like that. It's kind of a New York accent, kind of. Very, very eccentric though. But yeah. So all the way back to the Grand Theft Auto shit I was doing, which is still on my YouTube channel for live stream Let's Play material watching. Just through the main plot line. That was not 100% material. It was not. Could have been. Could still be. Still got those game files saved. I still got them. But all things together. For everybody watching through all of this Walking Dead, Season 1, 400 Days, Season 2, and A New Frontier. Yep. And I guess apparently Season 4 is somewhere along the way. Specifically for The Walking Dead. So I guess we'll have to look out for that one. But for those of you that watch episodically on YouTube at your own leisure, you know what? I had a decent amount of shots along the way. So why not just a quick swig of coffee? I know that it is indeed 1:30 in the morning Eastern Time. Swig of coffee for the gamer guys and girls out there. Brewed that up this morning. Been sitting there, but you know what? It's fucking tasty. What did I miss real quick? Thanks for doing all 3 seasons. It is a good story. It is a good story. Oh, you found me through YouTube. Gotcha. Oh, jeez. Fucking, that was the Atomic Knuckle. You heard that one. Oop. By the way, your Vice City GTA 3 playlists aren't there as far as I see. That can't be right. I'm going to look right now. This is how long this final episode's going to be. It was a stupid 3-parter. Check playlists. As long as I got everything. Oh, let me go in reverse order here. New Frontier, Destiny 2. Oh, no. New Frontier, Walking Dead Season 2, Destiny 2, Walking Dead Season 1, Heavy Rain, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Punch Club, Double Dragon 4, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, A Boy and His Blob, Hitman on PS4, 2 Hitman playlists. One was regular missions, one was challenges for fun. Game of Thrones, Axiom Verge, Shovel Knight, Phantom Pain, Stardew Valley, Manhunt, Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, Grand Theft Auto 5 Story, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Metal Gear Ground Zeroes, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Resident Evil, the remake that I did last Halloween, so that was a year ago. Whew. Final Fantasy VII, Vice City, NBA 2K17, Fallout 4, Grand Theft Auto 3, Uncharted 4, Uncharted 3, South Park The Stick of Truth, Uncharted 2, Octodad, Terraria, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Uncharted 1, Dragon Age Inquisition, MLB The Show, Valiant Hearts, Tomb Raider 2013, Mad Max, Destiny. Oh, it's there. At least I can see it. Unless I forgot to make those public or something. They should be there. Yeah, it's going to be way down the list, at the very least. If you're just checking individual playlists. They should be way down there. But you found me on YouTube at the very least. So that's cool. Oh, now you see them. For some reason they were all... Yeah, it's when I start the playlist, that's when they go in order, not when the playlist gets finished. That's why MLB The Show is so way down the fucking list, and even I finished that not too long ago. It took me a year and a half to finish 12 seasons as a starting pitcher, and I could have gone longer. I could still be playing that now. But I could go back to that as well. But holy shit, would that just drive me and everybody else nuts? Because it's baseball. Sports, it's not for everybody. I mean, how involved can I get, chat-wise, if I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, he hit an RBI double last time, I want to strike his ass out. Yeah, you get the idea. But, they are there. It's just, yeah, they're so far down the damn list. But, all the way around, Whether you are watching here live on Twitch or watching episodically on YouTube at your own leisure, through this 3-season, 1 DLC part of The Walking Dead Telltale Games, our Halloween horror mini-marathon fall season of fear for your daily dose of mayhem on the live stream Let's Play. However you found it, however you watched it, hope you enjoyed it. Even though this was a 3-parter. God damn! Why did that happen? Well, can't control everything. But you can control your choices in this game. And, well, with that being said, I'm just getting too tired. It's getting close to 2 in the morning for me. And I'm an old man, I need my nap. So all that being said, you know the routine. MJ signing out for now. Till we meet again, everybody. I don't know what game we'll be playing. Wait, I don't know when or where that's going to happen. Till we meet again. I don't know what game we'll be playing the next time you and I cross paths. Alls I do know is that I will indeed catch your ass down the road. Shut up, bird.